The number one mistake I see smart, successful women make in dating is spending their time and energy on the wrong man. The man who has no intention to commit, the man who is just not ready for a real relationship. So today's video is gold because I'm going to be educating you on the telltale signs that he is not ready for a real relationship. And I'm going to invite you to watch the entire video, because if you notice in the same man multiple signs, that is a very clear red flag. You need to walk away from this man. You need to walk away from this dynamic because there's only disappointment and heartbreak waiting for you. So let's get started. If you're new here, welcome. This is dating and relationship coach Sami, Wunder, and for the last 10 years, I've specialized in helping smart, strong, successful women find and keep amazing love. And if you're already part of my YouTube channel family, welcome back. So what's important before we get into the signs and what are the signs that a man is not ready for a real relationship is understanding that you need to cultivate the ability to walk away from any man and any connection, even if there is attraction, if you see these signs, especially if you see multiple signs in the same person. What I find women do is that when they feel attraction to a guy and when they like a guy, hormones get activated, you really like him, you really think he's a great person. And then you see these red flags, but you still don't walk away. Now, if you're serious about getting married, if you're serious about attracting a husband, that's what I help women do, then my sincere advice to you is to please not stay in connections with men where you are seeing these signs, especially if you're seeing multiple signs in the same person. So, telltale sign number one that a man is not ready for a real relationship is when he tells you that. Duh, right? If you meet somebody who's saying something like, I'm not really looking for a relationship right now, I'm not looking for anything serious right now, I'm just looking to date casually, I'm just looking for some fun, I do not believe in children, in marriage, please do not keep dating such a person. They're literally telling you straight up they are not going to be able to give you what you desire, what you want, and what you deserve. And inside my Elevate group coaching program, I often see that my clients are coming and sharing with me that he said this on the date. He said he's just looking for some fun. What does that mean? And looking for some fun is definitely telling you that he's not looking for anything serious. So please stop dating such a man. He is not ready for a real relationship. Now, the second clear sign that a man is not ready for a real relationship with you is when there is too much focus on physical attraction. So if a man is wanting to escalate things very fast to the bedroom, he doesn't really want to make an effort for the relationship. He doesn't really want to get to know you. He doesn't really want to make an effort to build something deeper emotionally with you. That is a telltale sign that this person is not looking for anything serious right now. So often women think that physical attraction or intense physical attraction is of course part of a dating connection, but sensible man, an emotionally mature man, knows that just focusing on the physical is not going to help him get a real relationship. So when men put a lot of emphasis on the sex side of things or getting you to the bedroom side of things, or there is too much sexual talk, you know the man is only interested in one thing, which is sex, right? And such a man is unlikely to make a good long-term partner, but more than anything, it is clear for you to see that this man is not looking for anything serious right now. So if you're looking for something serious, you better dump this guy very, very quickly. Now, sign number three that a man is not ready for a real relationship is when he has too much baggage from his past relationships. This could look like meeting you on dates or even being with you in mid-level dating and quoting and talking a lot about his exes, or quoting and talking a lot about his past relationships or his past wife. Now, this person has not moved on. And this is why I want you to watch the entire video, because it can be sometimes nuanced situations where somebody's talking about their ex, but they're not talking about them in a bad way, where somebody's talking about their ex, but they're talking about them because they want you to know their past, and it's a way of forming a deeper bond with you. I don't think this one sign alone is enough. It also depends on the frequency of how much he talks about his ex. It also depends on how he talks about the ex. And so if this sign is present, you might want to still look at the other signs present as well, that he's not looking for a real relationship. But yes, this is not a good sign. I wouldn't call it a red flag, but I would call it a yellow flag if somebody is talking too much about their exes or too much about the past. Now, the next sign that a man is not ready for a real relationship is if he's drowning in work, and he may not even realize this. So as a smart dater, as a Wunder diva, as I like to call my clients, you want to be able to sit back, lean back, and observe the man in front of you. Is he always stressed about work? Is he working 12 to 16 hours per day? Is he totally washed out by his work? Is he always telling you how tired he is, how stressed he is? Is he always saying how he finds it very hard to make time for his personal life because he's working so much? Does he show up late on dates because work happened unexpectedly? Does he not be able to keep his appointments with you or make time to see you frequently because work? This is such a bad sign. And I would say such a person, it doesn't get better. With workaholics, unless they really decide to make an intentional change, it does not get better. So unless you're already in a relationship with this person, if you're in the early stages of dating, my hardcore recommendation would be to dump such a person, because they don't have the emotional maturity to understand that life is not just about work, that life is so much more than just work and money. And usually in my Elevate group coaching program, where we work with you live for 6 months to help you attract your empowered masculine man using my 6-step love success framework, what I tell my clients is that if a man is showing these signs, the likelihood that he will be an emotionally unavailable partner in the relationship is very high, because literally he doesn't have time in his life for a real thing. And so what happens is that even if you work hard to get in a relationship with such a man, maybe you're attracted to his wealth, maybe you're attracted to his ambition, what you're going to find is that you're sitting alone at home. He's always on a plane to somewhere else. And this can lead to an emotionally unfulfilling relationship where maybe you have the money, maybe you have the Ferrari, but you don't have a loving man by your side. Maybe you even end up celebrating your birthdays alone. I mean, it's happened to some of our clients in the Elevate Relationships group, for example. We run both singles groups and relationship groups, and that's a very sad situation for a woman to be in. So always use your brain. Of course, money is important, success is important, attracting a financially able man is important, but at what cost? Not at the cost of somebody who's just not able to have a balanced work and private life. So you have to assess, is this man ambitious and successful? And does he have capacity to also create space for his private goals and private life and desires? Because if that's not present, then all the money in the world doesn't make for a happy relationship. The next sign that a man is not available for a serious relationship is when he tries to avoid giving the relationship a label. So if it's been 3 months or more, and he's still not asked you to even be his girlfriend. I mean, I don't believe in the concept of girlfriend that powerfully, but let's just say he's not even asked you, like, do you want to be my girlfriend? Then that's a red flag. This person wants to keep it casual. This person wants to not give any labels or names, because giving it a label or name comes with responsibility, right? And he doesn't want to do that. So if you're finding yourself in a situation where you've dated a guy more than 3 months and he's still not even asked you to be his girlfriend, I talk about the importance of not bringing up the relationship conversation with a man, because it puts you in masculine energy, it puts you ahead of him, it creates a dynamic we don't want. But let's just say you've asked him before you found me, where is this going? What do you think we are doing over here? And he's tried to avoid it. He's tried to say things like, well, I really like you, we're having fun here. Or he's tried to say things like, can we not put pressure on this relationship? Can we just see where it's going? Can we have fun on the way? Major red flag. Divas, don't allow any man to play with your heart and emotions this way. This is not healthy. This is not good. This is not what it looks like to date a healthy masculine man who is ready for a real commitment. Because healthy masculine men will want to lock you down. Healthy masculine men will want to commit to you and want to claim you. Of course, not too early on in the process. So I also talk about in the Elevate program how a man trying to lock you down too early on in the process is also a red flag because he's insecure, or maybe he's just looking for locking you down under exclusivity so he can have sex with you. So it's a really bad idea. But let's just say around the 3 to 4 month mark, if somebody has been consistently seeing you, communicating with you, then it's not a good sign that he has not talked about the long term. Which brings me to the next sign that a man is not interested in a real relationship with you. And this one is no talk about the future. So when a man likes you and when a man wants you, he is in his head dreaming about a future with you. He is in his head thinking about what are we going to do in terms of Christmas holidays? What are we going to do in terms of Easter holidays? What are we going to do in terms of her meeting my friends, my family? So if a man is never talking about the future with you, never talking about what's happening in the next few months, he's always about now. He's always about the next date. He's always about how can I come over to your place or you come over to mine. This is a very casual connection, and in this connection, there is no idea in his head about building a future with you. And this is a major red flag, and you do not want to overlook this. I think it's so important that when you see these signs, especially if you're seeing multiple signs as you watch this video, that you find the strength to walk away from such a man. And of course, we are here for you. We're happy to help you. If you need support with implementation, Elevate is a great place to be. The link to the program in the video description below. Now, the next sign is also connected to this earlier sign that I spoke about, which is he doesn't think about a future with you, doesn't talk about a future with you, and basically he doesn't introduce you to people who are close to him. I remember this Elevate client story where she was seeing this man for 4 months now, and then suddenly his mom came over and she rang the bell and he opened the door, then he shut the door. It's literally like a scene from the movies. And then he ran inside and asked her to hide in the bathroom, for God's sake. And then my client came and shared this in the Elevate Facebook group, because you can share your questions with us throughout the 6 month of the live coaching in the program anytime you need support. And my heart just broke. She was like, I really understand. Maybe he's looking for the perfect opportunity to introduce me to her. Maybe he's just not spoken about her and didn't want to surprise her. And I was like, what the hell, man? No, that's not what you deserve. No, this is so wrong. It's so wrong in so many ways, right? If a man admires a woman, if a man respects a woman, if a man likes a woman, he should be proud to show her off instead of ashamed. And what this looked like was shamed. Like, I want to keep her a secret. I don't want my family to know I'm dating somebody. And I find this wrong at so many levels, because 4 months in, they were also sleeping together. So this is a major red flag. And of course, we supported our client, because sometimes what we find is that even though intellectually you know that walking away from such a connection is the right thing to do, you may not yet find the strength within yourself to do it. And this is where I believe Elevate is so powerful, because I never ask my clients to just do the crazy thing, to just do the hard thing. I like to meet my clients where they are in the process of their self-esteem, in the process of their courage, in the process of self-love. And I totally get it that sometimes when emotions are involved, even though we know that walking away is the right thing to do, it is hard to do it. Right? It is nuanced. And this is where giving yourself support can be so powerful and such a great choice of self-love. Now, the next sign that a man is not ready for a real relationship is when he avoids vulnerability with you. In other words, you never get to know anything personal about him. He never shares a weakness. He's always perfect. He's always superficial. And whenever you ask a question that requires him to open up, or whenever you ask a question that requires him to go deeper with you, build an emotional connection with you, he avoids that. This is a telltale sign of a man not looking for something serious. I'm just looking at my list and want to make sure I have given you everything that I have here on this list. So I would say avoiding a deeper connection with you, avoiding being vulnerable with you, and getting antsy and agitated anytime you are talking about the future, getting angry and annoyed at you, telling you not to pressure him, telling you to just come back in the moment and enjoy the moment. All of these signs are a bad sign, a red flag. A man who insists on too much personal independence in a way that it excludes you is also a telltale sign of a man who does not want a serious relationship with you. For example, we had an Elevate client in the singles group where she was dating this guy, but he would go on holidays by himself, which is fine. Like, in every relationship, we want to feel free to be ourselves and to pursue our hobbies and interests. But he would just like go off on a holiday for 3 weeks, and he would claim that this is the personal space and time he needs every 2 months or something. And this isn't normal. Like, this is showing you that this person is not really ready to be in a committed partnership, because commitment requires us to be available, emotionally, physically present for the partner we're choosing to be with. So this was a really bad sign, because you can see that somebody's literally afraid of commitment. That's why they feel the need to constantly run away. And it's not the same as wanting to take healthy space in a relationship. Healthy space can be for 2 days, for 3 days, but like running away for 3 weeks on a holiday every 2 months, this is not normal. And it's the sign of somebody who has commitment issues and who excludes you. We also had another client in the relationships group. She was already in a relationship with this man, and he wouldn't invite her to Christmas to spend time with his family. So that was like his time. And I was like, at some point, if somebody wants something serious with you, introducing you to their family is super duper important, right? Last but not the least, I feel like I have to tell you that a man who is in a relationship with you for financial gain could also be somebody who's not serious about a future with you, but is just using you for his financial gains. This is a really painful situation to be in, and we recently had an Elevate client in the relationships group who is heartbroken because when she came inside the program and she learned all these principles of healthy relationships and how a good man would want to provide for you, pour into you, but in her relationship the dynamics were completely the opposite. Like, she was the one pouring into him, she was the one doing his laundry, she was the one paying the bills, and he would always be the one like sort of being the prize in the relationship and telling her his feelings and what she's angry about. And when she saw this, when we said to her this was not healthy, that this man is possibly in your life just for the money you give and provide, it was very difficult for her. But it was also like a big wake-up call, and of course we were there to support her with life coaching to help her go through this breakup. But really, if there is a man in your life who is showing multiple signs that I have talked about here, plus he is financially dependent on you or uses your financial resources, this is a major red flag. And you do not want to be with such a person. You can have it so much easier, so much better. We help our clients to attract healthy, loving provider men. Provision can look so many different things. It doesn't always have to only be about money. The men who have money, they want to provide the money. The men who have time, energy, effort, love, they want to give you. Healthy men want to give you, and unhealthy men want to take from you. So I hope this video was helpful. I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. Give me a like on this video, to leave me a comment. What was your biggest takeaway from this video? And of course, I would love to support you in your personal life. If you are a single woman looking to attract the one, come join me inside my elite love coaching program, Elevate. It's going to change your life. And if you're a woman in a relationship, we also run Elevate for relationships. So come join us. You can also apply for a call with a member from my team on samiwunder.com/contact. I love you all, and I will see you soon on the next video.